Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? So I know we probably gonna have some people trickling in here off and on. Just it's typical Saturday little fun day. So feel free to chat and BS with me back and forth as I get everything loaded up. What's going on, Jelly? How you doing today, buddy? Just trying to get everything finished loaded for this morning. Don't have a whole long time to be able to mess around and you know play, but I do have some, so I figured I'd just go ahead and hop on, click the stream on, and get ready for it. Yeah, I do. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and drop that back off of there. Give me a second. I didn't realize that that was still
Oh,
there. Hey, Brigham, how you doing today, bud?
trading.
Just trading, huh? Yeah, I figured with Saturday stream being a mess around day, I kind of would go ahead and work up a little bit of practice on that whole concept with the alpha that Red Dragon challenged me to on Monday.
The what again? Sorry.
So basically, it was choose one of the two starter ships. So the $45 guys. So it's essentially the um, Mustang Alpha, or it's the Aurora LN, I believe. And so I went ahead and stopped off at New Deal and picked up an Alpha, and just going to get a little bit of practice in because the average player would start with 1,000 UEC. So it's kind of one of those where it's get into it and see what we can do.
Do you plan to do deliveries or just cargo or just common missions? Which of the three?
I'm probably going to do a little bit of the cargo and the common missions. The reason is because your deliveries don't fit. A box doesn't fit in the alpha. It keeps kicking it back out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Jelly, I know you could do that, but I mean, the average person just starting the game, if I'm going to take it on as a true, um, legitimately as a true basic, learn the game, start off like somebody who's never had anybody contact in the game, that's what they're looking at. So, all right, there's Shylock. How you doing, buddy?
Yay. Oh, I just barely woke up.
Not a problem. We need to link up here.
Yep, I'm getting booted up.
All right. What location are you in? Last time you logged out?
I'm gonna guess area 18.
The Aurora MR. That's right, Jelly. Um, yeah, I'm not worried about it being easier. I mean, I know a lot more of the tricks of the trades, Jelly. So that's kind of one of those where it's 1,000. Hey, let's just play it like let's play it like we would normally play it. Let's stand it up that way. So, all right, I'm gonna yank out my Mustang, and I'm gonna head down your direction.
Alright, yeah, sounds good. Like I said, I'm getting booted in right now. We'll see where I wake up.
Actually, probably the best bet is let me go ahead and grab my freelancer and head down your direction. Um, reason is because I want to do a personal transport,
Okay.
and then we can do that on my ship. We can't do that on my Mustang.
Personal transport is the easiest, most secure way.
Correct. Because it involves your ship. You set the location, so it involves your ship that the person has to be on. So even if somebody else accepts it, they can't get the payment unless they're on my ship.
Got it. Taking notes here. Taking notes.
Uh, Shelly, let me turn that off. Hold on. Thank you for
Hold on,
catching that.
I am not in area 18. Where the heck am I?
Reply commands.
I just woke up in Levski.
All right. No problem. That'll work too. Give me a minute here. I actually have to turn something off that shouldn't be doing any notifications whatsoever. I don't have any timers running. That's messed up. I don't have any timers running. So let me shut down chat and redo this real quick. This restream, when I'm running through restream, it tends to have its own mind on a few things, so let's give it a few minutes and see if that works, Jelly. We'll know in about 5 minutes if it tries to kick up a post. Oh, and that whole diamond issue that I had yesterday, where it wouldn't let me sell that diamond for that one Caterpillar, it registered it this morning and let me sell.
When are they supposed to drop 3.1?
They haven't given an official time frame. I know that they said they're moving through it. The expectation, again, is still my guess. And based upon what they've done with Evocati in the past and what they've done with PTU, I'm still thinking that we're about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks out, something like that. So
Gotcha.
I'd say just early July, mid-July. And it really depends on, like, if they take, July 4th and all the, the holiday weekends and everything else. But yeah, it's usually like within a day or two of when they're going to drop it is when they truly announce it. But I'm just basing it upon what they've done in the past.
Okay.
I
Not
think
at
it's
all.
going to hit you next week, I think.
It's going to hit the PTU next week?
I think. It's just because the Evocati patch and the Discord leaks, they're kind of claiming that next week may be a high possibility for the PTU testing to begin with.
Okay. Because I have been tracking that they've been working through a bunch of issues. The Evocati's caught a bunch of issues that they've been working through. So hopefully that works out. They get it somewhat clean. Because won't necessarily be happy if it's just a shit install. I don't want them breaking a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean?
Just that I kept looking at the patch notes. They keep testing singular things. Now the F patch has everything all together, so they're kind of testing the stability of having all the features enabled.
Alright, there we go. Now I got my freelancer up. Yeah, see, and Jelly, that was one of the things that I was kind of gonna clarify with Red Dragon, and I know it kind of changes the aspect of things, but again, he issued the challenge, and I have no problem with it. But even as of to date, a brand new newbie still has access to a freelancer. So it's kind of one of those where it's like, I can fight through it, or if I was really trying to make it easy, I could make that argument. So.
Well, and the workaround one's been in game now for what, 6 months?
If not more. And technically, now that they put the oh, Anderson, I ran a full Laranite with a 325A. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of possibilities that sit out there of what you can do with some of these basic ships if you have the funds. It's really getting that from that 1,000 starting up to around 50K or so, and once you're sitting in that 50K mark, you can pretty much start making some, I'm gonna call it decent money, but decent money for the ship, right? It still is a heck of a grind, but you can do it. But with the Alpha or even the Aurora, getting out and trying to do some of those combat missions, you'll get through them, but they'll be a struggle. You'll spend a lot of money in repair and refits because of the fact that you're going to have to rely on missiles with those crappy ass size ones that you're starting out with that you don't have funds to change out.
Between the two, the Aurora is just slightly more versatile though, because you can do the courier missions if you want.
Yes, you can. But the difference is you can do the courier missions on that, or you could use the 6 SCU that comes with the Mustang Alpha, and you can do some high-end trading like drugs or other stuff like that, where you're going to make a lot of AUEC per very minimal cargo space.
Got it.
And you don't have to sit there forever because you don't have a super huge cargo hold to try and sell. So it's really a how do you want to approach the challenge. I mean, if I was a better dogfighter and stuff like that, I'd probably do the box missions and the combat missions. But me being more of the channels being more about the trade side of stuff, I'd rather go ahead and show people that it's possible to pull it off that way.
Got it. I'd just say you chip in the extra $20 and get a Titan Avenger.
It was already excluded as part of the challenge.
Ah.
Now, that's what I would tell everybody, is go ahead and go straight for the Titan Avenger. That's a much, much better starter ship.
How much does the Titan carry?
The Titan has a cargo hold of like 6 or 8 as well. It's not more cargo. It's just all around more versatile.
Yeah, it's a better weaponry. It holds up better. It maneuvers very, very well, and it's easier to get in and out of, especially when you're doing multiple cargo box runs. Oh, come on. Really? You won't let me make that jump, you piece.
And you can stuff a Grey Cat in it.
Alright. Hold on. Why is my computer cycling so much? There it goes. So apparently, I must be at a really screwed up launch angle. Yeah, I am. Alright. There we go. Now I can make the micro jump that I need to make. Hey Xano, what's going on, buddy? I saw you on earlier and then I saw you drop back off. I could have sworn I saw you on earlier. Now, it would be first thing this morning, but at least for me.
You talking to me?
Nah, I was talking to Xano. Xano's in chat right now.
Yeah, there's people disabling the com link in Crusader, and they just wait for people to go to Trammer Myers. And as soon as they leave their ship, they steal the ship with the cargo.
Wow, this is really being finicky this morning.
Oh, I hate going to Lepsky now and then. Exiting or entering is kind of pain in the ass.
It's been a giant lag spike.
Really? I haven't hit any of the lag spikes on it. Now, when you're in Levski, there's a huge lag spike. I get some bad frame rates while I'm there. Oh, good morning, Chris. How you doing, buddy? I'm gonna be practicing today for Monday's challenge, so pretty soon here you're gonna just see me flying nothing but a Mustang Alpha. But Shylock was able to get on, and we're gonna go ahead and square up with him this morning. Now, the interesting thing is I'm actually going to have to keep my bank account separate here in game when I do this on Monday. Yeah, it's just, yeah, like I said, Chris, it's just kind of the mess around day. I got a few hours, you know. The wife's out in, the garage doing a workout, and then we've got some plans later this afternoon to get some stuff done, so, you know, I don't have a ton of time to get on and mess around, but I figured, hey, still typical Saturday stream day, so why not get on and just do it? Um, I don't know, Zano. I'm going to pull it out here in just a little bit. I bought it just before I came live on stream, but I believe it's just the cockpit. Because the storage capacity in it is built in as a module that could be removed and replaced with basically a missile battery, if I remember correctly. Yep, but unfortunately the beta is not part of the starter ship $45 package challenge. So, and why I got you guys on, let me just ask the question. I mean, I kind of want to figure out the next goal side of everything as well. I mean, obviously the capital ship would be fantastic, and the more I think about it, I do want to put up a long-term goal. But you know, I may do something along the lines of, you know, we take some channel donations and turn those channel donations into starter packs for people and give those away on the channel. And see about getting some more folks into the game. I want to try and bring some more people to the channel itself. We're slowly and steadily growing, so I want to be able to make sure that folks have something.
Yeah, I don't think starter packs would hurt at all, because there's a lot of people that I think just recently became aware of the game. The game itself is still definitely expanding its player base.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be talking like the Aurora or Mustangs. I would legitimately be saying it would be like the, you know, what's it called? The Titan, you know. But even if it's a Titan and then we give away another ship that goes along with it, you know, on an in-game purchase, that would be something else. Kind of make it a good little gift package that would work. You know, I mean, the possibility of something like a, you know, if we did do something like, you know, here's an Alpha, here's a Mustang Alpha, but after you load up and load your game and get everything set up, you know, here's an in-game purchase prospector, something like that.
That would definitely launch their career.
Mm-hmm. So Xano, it should, and that's why I'm going to pull it out. But the problem is that originally my buddy Percy, back in 382, he had gotten the Alpha as his base fighter. Okay, and every time he would go to put a box in the thing, even behind the pilot seat, it would fall out of the ship.
Thank you!
I really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. It says Thomas, so I'm just going to go through and say, Thomas, thank you for the tip. I greatly appreciate it. And that will be a. We'll go ahead and just say that. We will go ahead and almost arbitrarily flip that over directly into a giveaway, maybe for Monday, and see if we can do a Titan Avenger package giveaway. I'll just take that and flip that directly back into the channel and let somebody benefit off of it. So, thank you very much. All right, so I should be in Delamar here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll get to Yelevsky and get you squared away. So, you were saying in message that you were going to want to turn around and just get the cash for the purpose of helping both you and your buddy out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were the, if you want to let the stream know, what were the plans for the use of that cash?
The plans for the cash, almost equal value, but split. We're going to do prospectors with the upgraded mining tip on them.
Okay. So if you don't mind me asking, where are you guys sitting at funds-wise currently in the game?
In the game, I've probably hit about 300k, and I think he's getting close to about the 400k mark.
All right. And you're looking at this as you want to be able to have the ship in order to be able to mine, correct? Just to make money. Is it really just a money maker kind of scenario?
Moneymaker, and I've been watching a lot of the mining. It does seem interesting. It's an aspect of the game I haven't tried out yet.
Okay, fair enough. And the only reason why I was asking that question, just in true transparency here, is because when Chad and I had to go through and basically restart the game, okay, we worked at it from a standpoint of combined funds and single cat. Okay? Now, that was right around the exact same time that I brought the stream live. If that tells you anything. Okay? So, it is possible to use a caterpillar, combine your funds, and start running mid-tier product like astatine and titanium, and making roughly 100k a trip, and never risk more than half of your funds. And if the two of you work together, then the best way to do that is speed running. Okay. So what happens is one person flies the cat, one person flies an alternate ship. Okay. And what happens is you fly out to aerial. You land, your buddy comes in with the caterpillar, you fill up the caterpillar, and then he flies back to Lorville, and while he's flying back to Lorville, you commit suicide and go to the trade terminal. He flies in, doesn't necessarily have to land, you sell the commodity, and then he flies right back out.
How close does he have to get?
It's like within 10.
Just above the letters, I think.
Yeah, it's within 10k. You have to, of the sales terminal. So, but you have to be within the letters. So it's hanging out right around the port itself.
Okay.
I mean, there's ways that you can seriously make money. Now, if farming, if mining is what you want to do, I have no problems with that. I'm just letting you know that there is ways, especially if two of you are able to get on, that you could do that. And then if one person is on, like, let's say you're the owner of the cat, right? One person is on, then you could still fly solo missions on your own and still make 100k per trade. Roughly 15 minutes.
Got it. I definitely need a map of the inside of that thing. I swear I could get lost just in the inside of a cat.
Well, I'll pull one out here, and then you can walk through, and we can take you through, and I can show you what's going on before we go down the road. We'll get you, I got to pull out the ship anyway, or a ship, so that you can get the funds.
Your server had availability on it. I managed to join your session. If you want to just send me a group invite.
All right, will do. Let me get landed here, though.
Also, I would just advise just to rent a prospector first and see if you really enjoy the mining mechanics and how much you can pull by hourly. Um, that
Well,
way,
I'll have to hook back up with you guys later if we're gonna try some of that stuff out. I've got limited availability this morning.
oh sure, sure.
And that's not a problem. As a matter of fact, I'm sure somebody can. Well, I would have said loan you one, but it's no big deal.
Well,
Um,
and Tessa D is always super nice. Like if you go in there, she's always offering to help people experience what that's all about too.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I was a fan of it, and I made a lot of money to buy my first cat that way. And I farmed many, many hours over a 2.5 week period to buy my cat. But I kind of got to the point where I burned down on it a little bit.
The only downside is that you're a slave to luck. So if you don't get very, very good rocks, you're kind of burning yourself out on the mining mechanics. That's the only downside.
Got it. Well, I mean, I guess the same could be said true for anything
Anything.
though. Like even doing the cargo hauling runs, you're gonna fall into a rut of doing the same hauls over and over again.
That's kind of why Friday I was like, let's screw it. Let's run around because I know Laranite's flowing, and I've taken advantage of it. But let's run around and grab some of the old routes and mess around with some things that I really like to do in the past. And as soon as they fix the trading portion of it, um, or as soon as things kind of go, I think regulate back to normal. I think we're going to be in that situation where a lot of people have been over dependent on let's run Laranite and Laranite only, and it's going to get really just screwed up. They're not going to know how to trade again. All right, so I want to say I'm probably at Hangar 2. If you want to run out here to Hangar 2, you'll see a freelancer, and you should be able to see my marker. But um,
All right, on my way.
yeah, like I said, I've done it a few times with my prospector, but my prospector was my account ship, right? And then once the merchantman was made available, and I had the funds from the channel, and I was able to upgrade my account personally. The merchantman is what I basically essentially melted the prospector down and went to the merchantman.
Okay, I did find a freelancer, but you are about 400 meters away.
Then it's gonna be another one.
How much does a merchantman carry?
I know it was like currently it was listed at like 3,500 and something, somewhere around that mark. And again, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but I know that's the general.
They need to have more paint markings in the hangars to tell you which one they are.
There we go. That's the right hanger. I can see you fly in on that one.
I think he has to do something with a random station. They're not really making any maintenance on it lore wise.
Okay. Um, I am going to set up an escort beacon here real quick. So when I tell you, go ahead and start spamming. Now,
Okay.
I'm sorry, personal transport. It's not going to be an escort, but I still want to make sure that you're the one that gets it. Personal transport. Why is it not showing me my ship? Oh, let's do this first. Um, 6, 8. All right.
So your ship should show up in that drop-down list.
Yeah, it should. Let me go step onto the ship and get into its comm channel first.
Okay.
Maybe that's part of it. Yeah, because it's always supposed to be the first option. That's why I was like, wait a minute, it's not showing my ship here. Beacons, create, personal transport, still no.
You want to maybe store it and pull it back out, see if it...
No, it's because you're still in the hangar. You need to take the ship out.
Alright. See, so the last time that I've done personal transport ones, I haven't had too many issues with that. I used to do it on Port Olisar all the damn time and not have any issues with the ship being landed. So did they tweak it in the last patch?
Yeah, they even fixed the escort as well. Normally, escort could be stolen just by accepting one. Now, just need to stand near the guy.
Well, see, that doesn't make a whole ton of sense because the escort ones I actually got, I had those funds yanked the other day.
Well, other people may have been near you. Where did you do it?
I don't remember. I think it was probably Lorville, so yeah, it's probably a pretty good chance.
Yeah, what I do is just I take off, I go near a space station, and have the person inside my ship. I'll do the escort. If he accepts it, then he's going to get the funds.
Alright, so I'm out of the armistice zone here, so let's go ahead and do this now. Let's try it this way. Beacons. Create a beacon. Personal transport. See, still no ship.
You get out of your ship.
Okay, so hold on. You're confusing the crap out of me at this point then, because what you had said is get in the ship, fly up, and then do it while I'm in the ship. So
It's because you want to make a beacon to your stranded ship. If you're inside the ship, it will not show it to you.
So have him EVA just
so I
outside.
need the EVA.
Yeah, but make sure you don't have any gravity.
Okay. Alright, so we'll make that happen. I know there's an OM sitting over here that we can get to. Or at least a mining claim, something. Just got the money. Just got the game today. You giving out money? Yeah, I'm giving out money, but I'm giving out money fire hands to an individual who won a ship on Friday, but decided that he would rather have the funds, and I'm okay with that because it's an in-game purchase ship, and I have to give him the funds anyway. So he can spend it however he wants to do it. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and EVA. Alright. So I have to
You
wait for it
probably
to
have
say
to
that I need
get-
to channel, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say just far enough to get out of the channel from the ship.
There we go. I'm going to let that finish ticking off, and now that that's closed out, should all be registered. Now do the beacon. Personal transport. Miscellaneous route. Now it shows up. Okay, yeah. So 6, 8. Alright, go ahead and start spamming to accept it, please.
Okay, got it.
Okay, the Shylock has accepted. So that means now all I should have to do, right, is come back onto the ship. friggin'. That's what I have to do. I just have to get back on the ship, right?
So you need to get on his ship or any ship that he's driving. So make him sit on the cockpit first, and then you get on his ship.
Okay, hold on.
Here, I'll sit in the captain's seat and see if that'll work.
No problem. I gotta
If
jump
not,
back
we can
up.
go pull one out.
There it goes. It says it's complete.
There you go.
All right. Now, double check and verify your funds are in there.
Funds transfer complete.
Okay. So, since we're both set to Levski, I'm not even worried about landing. Just suicide this bad boy and call it a day. We'll both be back over there.
All right, you gonna crash it into the surface just for the fun of it?
No, I'm leaving it derelict. Because now it's time for me to go ahead and pop the Mustang out and start doing some stuff.
Again, Shylock, I would just suggest that you take your time considering your options. If I were you, because I already went from mining as well, if you really choose the Caterpillar, you will make the funds for the Prospector quite easy.
Okay, so yeah, I'll
Let's be
discuss
clear.
it with my buddy. I mean, it's not burning a hole in my pocket. I can let it sit there for a little bit.
Okay, let's be very, very clear. The Prospector is generally speaking the most safe way to make funds. However, if you are looking to increase your bankroll quicker and you're looking to be able to like split the cash with your buddy and maybe get him a Caterpillar on top of it, the faster of the two routes is going to be having the one Caterpillar, combining your funds, making speed runs together, and you'll knock out a bunch of cash. Again, not without risk though.
Yeah, yeah. Because right now, server stability is a little against you sometimes.
It is, but again, this is where instead of going to the best, instead of going to those others, I am on Xano's side with this. The EU servers seem to be the most stable, especially when I'm playing from a US perspective. I've got a little bit larger ping, but it's not anything that's bad there. They just in generally seem to have been more stable.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for all the tips, advice. I got to get on a couple things this morning before it gets too blazing hot. The lawn needs mowed. So,
All right, you go do real life stuff. We're good.
sweet. All right. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Have a good one. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I know Xano. EU servers are strong. Got it. Okay, let's go pull this little bad boy out and see what we're dealing with. There's my Hornet. There's my Mustang. All right. So the funny thing is I actually have to keep. Like I said, my bank account's separate here if I'm going to do this challenge. So I'll set that off to the side. Okay, so Hangar 2. Let's go check out what this little bad boy's got into him. So you guys get a little bit of a precursor to what's going to be going on Monday then. So what we'll probably try really quickly is I'll go and see about any type of box mission. We'll try, maybe running some drugs a little bit today. See what we can do. See what's going on here. So again, it should just be cockpit only. Shouldn't be any access back. Oh, there is access back here. Hold on. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, that's the cargo, but it's one of those where it's like, can I set a crate on there and then close it back up? That's kind of the question. We're going to have to figure out what we can. Eventually the box will be gone and the crate will be able to go on. Okay, so right now you don't think it can? Ah, okay. Let's see now. What can we do here? It does give me a quick comms option. Alright, no problem, Jelly. I appreciate it. No point in wasting the time if that's going to be the case. Oh boy, she flies terribly. I say that, but I haven't flown. I just did a quick lift off. Put the landing gear down. Or landing gear back up. See what we've got here. And we're going to start where... Let's see. I want to test how well halfway. So you can probably do some longer runs in this, but you have to be able to refuel each time. Okay. So with 1,000 UEC, once I get over there to Crusader, we're going to try, you know, just maybe a little combat mission or something. See something cheap and easy. Maybe see if we can do a quick influx of maybe about another 2,500 in cash or something like that on top. And from there, sitting about 3 grand should be enough to fill up the cargo hold with some basic stuff. See what we can do. Even if it's just some minor runs like Diamond or whatever back into to Port O, back and forth really quickly. See if we can get some base funds together and how long that takes. Now, I also wonder how effective this ship would be if you swap out the weapons that it has currently on it and drop in some scatter guns and just do some close quarter combat with scatter guns on it. See, Jelly, that's my original thought, is I will probably be running some Slammer Widow here pretty quick because of the fact of how small that cargo capacity is. Because you can get in, and within 10 or 15 minutes of docking somewhere, you can sell it, and you'll make some good money. Like I said, I would like to get to a few thousand before I am really running that scenario, but that is definitely in the repertoire of what's going to be taking place. this little guy. Let's come out of third person. Yeah, this is a slow one. So this is not one you're going to want to make long distance trips with. So if you are going to do anything commodity wise, you want to make sure that you're able to push that product pretty easily. So within system, or you'll spend a whole lot of your time just doing crazy flight. So let's tab that out, pick up browser, go ahead and bring up our Galag, and let's get to our commodities, because we're going to be looking at Vice, right? And I think it's probably going to end up being Widow that we're probably going to run first. Is this a new one? I don't remember seeing new in Waste Management. We'll have to check it out. I know it's a little bit higher on the purchase, but, you know, it's not much in the grand scheme of things when you're able to turn around and sell it. Let's just check while we're inbound. But you've delivered boxes there before. Is it one of the hidden ones? Huh. Because I know I can always go into Jumptown once I get there. It just takes a little bit of time to be able to get in and out. It's alright. We can do something like that. We'll make a trip into Jumptown once we get a little bit of funds. Alright, so yeah, cooldown takes a little bit of time here. So I can see it. I can definitely see, I feel the difference in this ship as a brand new starter ship. I mean, I can see how somebody would kind of be like, yeah, cool, hey, I'm in, I'm flying, I'm doing some stuff. But when you've had access to other ships in the game, I can definitely see where I would, the feel of this is, slow, clunky, and weak. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our trip. Oh, no, not what we're doing first. Let's check our missions here first. Why we're not flying into Port Olisar. Let me rearrange that real quick. Good morning, Team Nova. Glad to see you here. Glad you're here, and hopefully you stick around. I'm practicing for Monday's session right now. We're gonna. One of my viewers challenged me to, and one of the backers challenged me to a brand new $45 ship, just like a newbie in the game would be dealing with, and trying to get a little bit of practice to see what we can do and how we can take this. It's that whole grassroots thing that we're working with. So let's get back over here. Let's get into the Merc ones, because I think the personal Merc ones are going to be a little bit rough to try and get through, because the ship quality that you'd be running into. So let's go ahead and grab a call to arms, and then we'll go back into our general. Deliver ship, save point. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and try this escort right here. No, Anderson, I don't have a goal for the day. I'm just practicing for Monday's session, ultimately. That's really it. Like I said, really the whole thing is right now that it's just a... I need to get familiar with the ship. I need to know what it's capable of doing, and you know, where my limitations are, so that I know how to proceed forward on Monday. Have a game plan to kind of work with it. And I really didn't have anything planned for today's stream anyway, so it was kind of perfect timing to have some practice sessions go on. I mean, because other than that, I probably would have just jumped in, maybe done a few combat missions with Gladius, and then, you know, rolled into 1 or 2 loads of Laranite and just pretty much called it a day. It gives me flashbacks of me wasting time. Yeah, that is also in the realm of possibility, and I did think about doing that. Is you know, you farm up just enough money to go get yourself the backpack and the multi-tool and get everything ready to go, and then go out, do the investigations, get yourself about 16K worth of material, and then head back in. But again, trying to do this as if it was a brand new person, so... And they're not going to have the money to immediately... you know, they're not going to have the money to immediately be able to turn around and do something like that. So you got to do something to get there first.
I just think that those missions should have like some more hints of where the guy is actually, like more players or something like that, just to guide you in the game.
Yeah, because I don't like the go in there and spend an hour and a half trying to find a dude routine, and then you're lucky if you get back out. You know? Now, I use them for mining purposes because that's where it's easy to go in and find the mining nodes. I'm not really there to go find the dude.
I mean, the first time I went to do that mission, I spent 1 hour searching for the guy, and then 2 hours to search for the exit.
Let me head on out here to the distress beacon. This is see what we could do. Hopefully this is pretty light, pretty simple. You know, you got stupid stuff like prospector bullshit out here. It's fucking with them. We'll see. Oh, there he is. Somebody's right behind me, and it just showed up on radar. Yeah, like I'm gonna be able to do much with this guy. Or why my targeting pips are not working either. Well, I get it, you want me to escort you, but I gotta deal with the dude that's there. Oh, come on, seriously? I had pressed 1 to lock on, and it still was not giving me any targeting pips on that one. So, fine. I have no problem. I'll just let you be then. We'll grab the next one. I am not a fan of this ship's firepower and its capabilities right now. No, the only 2 ships that you legitimately have at the 45 package is the Aurora and the Mustang. As far as starter packages are concerned, Jelly, it's not listed as a starter package. Alright, so let's go and see if we can grab the second one. We'll try it. This time we'll just stay with a little bit more, we'll stay closer. I'll just act as a, more as a distraction than anything else. Because it definitely does not have the firepower to take shit down. Not unless you re-outfit the cargo bay to shields. Or to missiles. Yep. Just gonna try and stay with him and just act as keep an eye on the radar there. Alright. Yeah, at this point I'm almost thinking if this is how it has to start, again, it's kind of one of those where I don't want to just get stuck only doing a box mission or only doing a fighter mission. Oh, okay, well. There it goes. See, this time it took it. There, I have your attention. should now have your attention. And I didn't mean to do that, but I did it anyway. So, I should have both of their attentions at this point, which means just fly and strafe. He's only got 11k to go. Hopefully they don't become smartasses and just start launching a crap ton of missiles. I know I'm not going to pick up any bonuses, but that's alright. Okay, we've got his attention. Rotate around a bit. Keep your attention off of him. Come on, give me your attention. Damn. That's hitting this little dude. There we go. Now I should have your attention. There. Took a little bit, but he's good. Alright. Now, we have one more coming in. Yeah, so I actually was more reliant on the fact that he was hitting than me hitting. That was kind of the thing. Whoa! And then what was happening was I was kind of just putting a few shots in there on the side. As long as I'm not trying to act as the main primary fighter here, I think that is okay with this ship. But you're really kind of barking up the wrong tree. Okay. So he did make it. That should give us a little bit of extra cash, and now we can mess around with some stuff. Let's see where we ended up. Alright. So, 4,000. So that means we have a total of 5K to work with at this point. Alright, and we're here at Grim Hex. Or Yila, so let's go ahead and make our run. And see if we can get to Grim Hex. Set. There we go. Jump Town. So we should now point right back to to Yila. Jump in. Hit OM6. And see if we can make the approach to Jump Town. What to say? We go. It's not one. There's 3. 2. Not Port Olisar. It's not the Comaray. Wait. Where's my 6? Oh, that's gonna annoy the crap out of me. Let's go to 1 and then we'll bounce around and see if we can find 6. Last time I was here was on stream a few weeks ago. So, let's see what we can figure out about getting there again. There's 5, 3, 6. Let's find our land feature. We're on the dark side. This is going to suck. Okay. There we go. That should be it. So now we just got our long approach, unfortunately. And with any luck, I have the right angle set up here, so. And if any of you are on stream or can correct me if I'm actually in the wrong approach angle here, then let me know. I mean, because the only other things that I would normally consider running at this particular point in time, yeah, see, that's the challenge that I have, Jelly, is it's really hard. I looked for that little boot that comes up around off the main landmass, and then you're supposed to aim up towards the top of the horizon from that point and fly in. But it does make it a little more challenging. If you get the right angle and you get close enough, coming in at night makes it easier to see the beacon when it's flashing. But See, like I said, we may have an approach angle. Let's just. Because if I'm not mistaken, and I know you guys can't really see this, but directly off the tip of my ship, and I want to say it's maybe about not quite 1 o'clock from here, from this angle, but yeah, that's supposed to be, if I recall correctly, the approach angle. What I wish is if you were able to make it out here one time, that they turn around and let you get back, they let you, like, auto-store the map. Because if I do recall, it should be, like, come up here on the landmass, hang a slight right, and it should be here within the mountain pass approaches. See, there's the solo, which, if I recall, should be like right in here. Yeah, I know. That's the challenge right now is, like, it's in one of these. It's in the mountains, proper stuff here. So, give me a second. I'll take a quick little search. Oh, that doesn't help at all. Get back up above it. See, this is one of the reasons why I hate Jump Town, especially at night. It's really finding it is that absolute brutality. And then whatever weather they've got going on right now. Yep. Just ain't happening. Okay. So we've got a few thousand to work with. I'm gonna have to find Jump Town during the day. That's a little bit too much of a pain in the butt to try and get in here and do that right there. Sucks. Alright, so let's do this. I know that I can get to Sealand. Got a few thousand and a small cargo hold, so let's get there. Because if this whole strategy is going to be 100% dependent on being able to find Grim Hex, or not Grim Hex, but find Jump Town to make this work in the dark, then that's going to be one of those scenarios where I may have to do a little bit more practice offline tomorrow, doing some nighttime approaches. And if that doesn't work, then we are going to have to go back to the Aurora just simply because it can take boxes. So Team Nova, what's up? What ended up happening? You ended up having to do a character reset. What did you end up? What did you end up losing? You mean you couldn't go in and do like the change your gender routine and see if you can swap that around and then come back into the game? Um, None of that stuff was available. For no Moby Glass, go to prison. I hadn't heard that one, Anderson. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, that's it. This sucker does not slow down. That's what was going on before. So we're going to fly by. Then we're going to do a power slide. And there's a Carrack over here. That's just fine. I ain't gonna mess with him. Alright, in we go. It's small enough that I really don't care too much about commodity. I mean, I want the Laranite, per se, but that's it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and buy... It's only got 4 SCU? Okay, well, that's alright. So, I have 4K to work... yeah, no. 5K to work with. There we go. Quick trip back to PO. Should be able to knock that out. Give me some cash. And work that over until I can't work it over anymore. At least in this scenario. I'd much rather be dealing with Jump Town and some illegal cargo. I mean, I like the look of this ship. I really do. I'm just not in love with its characteristics and its capabilities. You know, Team Nova, I appreciate it. Like I said, what I'm doing is some practice right now, um, more so than anything. So I'm just trying to figure out what some really good, appropriate ways for people to start the game out that are legitimately starting like they don't have any friends, no referral codes, no nothing, and it is what it is. So that's kind of where I'm at right now at this point. Really? There we go. I was gonna say, wait a minute, I know I'm within the box. Because, yeah, I mean, ultimately my goal would be here to work my way up to being able to rent a Connie for a 24-hour period. And then use its 96 SCU to legitimately try and push some commodity. That would be what my overall end-all goal would be, is to hit that mark. I mean, I could always grab a prospector at 44K and run out and make some cash that way pretty well too. Alright, so I should now be at 6,200 available in the bank account to run back over, rinse and repeat. So get in a quick escort, get yourself some funds, run over, load up Laranite, and back and forth a few times, and we should start netting at least 2,400 a run here soon. So yeah, I may say do this before you do the whole Jump Town situation, just so that you'd have enough money in order to be able to work with filling the sucker up at Jump Town. It'll probably take a couple hours to really knock that whole process out. The other one obviously is volunteering to be someone's pilot for a cut of their profit. A couple of different things we could do. That's going to put right there. So again, I think this is what I would be doing right off the bat here with this ship. Because even when Laranite's not flowing fully, you can still get a couple SCU of Laranite out of Tram and Myers pretty quick and pretty easy. Alright, guys. And also, I did just notice that I am just past noon my time, which is normally cutoff time. So I'm going to complete this run, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Like I said, this morning was kind of just goof around fun time. But I do have to cut off. So, I just wanted to be able to practice somewhat what was going on, or what we're going to do on Monday. And then I'm going to try the Aurora side of the equation. Probably tomorrow. And also, I'm doing the big no-no right now, which is pretty much risk everything. So the running counter is 6,000. Or 6,200, sorry. So 6,200, that will pick up just a little bit extra. And quickly back again. It's not quite as nimble as something like the Gladius, but when you compare it to the bigger trading vessels, this thing is it's got a good rotational speed to it, that's for sure. And what I'm figuring is, based upon what I'm seeing time-wise, it's going to take really about an hour to get set up to where this thing can carry a max load of what it can take Laranite-wise and run it. So that's and then we'll be looking at maybe about 2,400 per run. And kind of have to deal with it from there to see which way we want to go to make other funds. I still think Widow and Slam are going to be the best bets. But those may end up being what we do after we generate some funds. No, I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to stream on Monday. I will be playing offline tomorrow to get some more practice in on what I can do here with this, between this or the Aurora. So, you know, if you guys are on and you're in Discord, feel free to jump in, chat, hang out, do whatever. Okay, so I'm going to run in, sell this, see what the final verdict is on one escort to 2 quick trade runs, and that will wrap it up for me. Man, Anderson, you are like a man. You're like a dog with a bone. You are on a mission there, buddy. All right, so 7688 is the new bank account at that point. All right. So basically, and I know I fudged the first mission, but basically an hour's worth of time to be able to get up to just about the 10K mark, where I know we probably could have done the box trading out of the Aurora, gotten at least 2 deliveries done, and probably been at 12 or 13K. So we'll see what's going to happen. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, call it a day, and appreciate everyone for being here this morning. I know it's Saturday. Y'all have a good time, and when I log off and kill the stream, for those of you that are around, I'm going to go ahead and raid over into Bogonus's channel, and I hope to see you guys on Monday. And for those of you that are on and in the Discord and play, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow.